ladies and gentlemen of the floor, tonight Grafton House is proposing the motion, "This House regrets American cultural hegemony." I will be covering how American cultural hegemony comes at a loss of local culture and how it places an American lens on the world. Sam will be outlining how this cultural dominance stifles local industries and address the broader implications of American cultural hegemony. Firstly, I would like to define the notion. We are defining regret as believing it to have done more harm than good. American culture is defined as the customs, social behaviors, and material traits which are prevalent in the United States. Cultural hegemony is defined as cultural dominance, in this case the cultural dominance of American cultures across the others in the world. To be clear, we are not arguing American culture should have no influence, but rather we are simply regretting its dominance over the others. Firstly, I hope both sides can agree that from the realms of entertainment to the world of business, from fashion trends to culinary creations, the influence of American culture is absolutely everywhere. All this cultural dominance, however, comes with an inevitable price. This price is the overshadowing of other cultures, other local cultures. With all the attention being based on American culture, local cultures are often overshadowed. For example, let's look at American cuisine. From the middle of deserts to the homes of former presidents, the US fast food industry has reached every corner of the globe. An example of this can be seen in McDonald's in Japan, where 68% of Japanese citizens say they eat there regularly, while only 42% say that they prefer traditional Japanese cuisine. Did you know, in fact, that since the 1970s, the most popular food in Japan during Christmas has actually become KFC fried chicken?
Point of information.
No, thank you. McDonald's has outlets in 118 countries across the globe. And Japan is not alone in having had this obesity-inducing cultural shift. And it's not just cuisines. American sports dominating local sports industries, for example, the NBA in the Philippines or China. Jeans and sneakers replacing traditional garments, for example, in East Asia, where traditional garments are replaced with suits in formal occasions. Yes?
Surely these citizens in these countries are exercising their freedom of choice over which values they'd like to engage with.
Okay, so you believe that they're exercising their freedom, but in a way, you're ignoring the social pressures which come with American influence and American dominance, which over time, the social influence can get to people when they can do these American things. Another example appears in Korean beauty standards. Korean beauty standards have been Americanized, being based on American beauty standards rather than traditional Korean beauty standards. The recent trend in Korea of double eyelid surgery and makeup whitener is clear evidence of this trend. Now, I would like to emphasize that this is not some mutual cultural exchange. The US remains very insular and inward-looking as a society. Only 40% of Americans have passports to travel to other countries compared to the 76% in the UK. Now, the transfer of culture is almost entirely one way. This means American culture isn't actually creating cultural diversity. In fact, it's the opposite of that. The dominance of American entertainment, fashion, food replaces, or at the very least dominates, so much so that it extinguishes cultural diversity. It goes much further towards creating a homogeneous world rather than a diverse one. I hope both sides can agree that the local cultures of geographical areas are keys to the identity of a nation. Therefore, the protection and preservation of these cultures and traditions are key to maintaining a healthy nation and national identity. US culture is clearly suppressing that. Now, to further solidify why cultural dominion can be so damaging, I would like to raise another observation. Social scientist Adam Galinsky found that having a deep and meaningful connection with people from different backgrounds, ideas, values, and worldviews allows people to develop skills of personal connection, cognitive ability, along with many other communication skills. Therefore, we are regretting the dominance of one single culture because a more equal exposure to all cultures in this world will be clearly preferred. Now, my second point is that not only does this cultural hegemony overshadow local traditions, but also US entertainment casts the world into an exclusively American lens. Hollywood, American media, and American music all have huge international influence, far more so than any other single country on the planet. In fact, Hollywood makes up 73% of this whole planet's film industry. Because of this, American perspective is normalized and made more important than any other. It is so uncontroversial now to say that.
Information.
Yes.
What about the idea that American institutions like Hollywood help uplift similar institutions in different countries? For example, Hollywood has grown rapidly and now produces movies double the output of what Hollywood does.
And do you have evidence to say that Hollywood is directly directly sort of influence this change, or is it, okay? I believe that it wasn't actually Hollywood's influence that caused this change. I think it was just a matter of popularity. Anyways, it is so uncontroversial to say that for decades, Hollywood has stereotyped various countries and cultures. For example, Aladdin has resulted in many Arabic stereotypes being perpetuated. Africa is portrayed in American movies as poor, undeveloped, barren, and warring, by Hollywood movies such as Blood Diamond, which requires a white male protagonist to be the savior of these warring African nations.
Point of information.
Yes.
In Blood Diamond, the white savior, as you put it, is explicitly characterized as being morally repugnant. And over the course of the film becomes more morally upstanding.
That doesn't really, okay, so essentially 60% of the Hollywood industry is dominated by white actors, even in a recent time where there have been trends of other people entering into the industry. And with 83% of directors being, Caucasian, there is no doubt in my mind that it's not just Blood Diamond. There are so many other examples. Anyways, moving on. Indeed, a study published in Communications Research found that watching American television decreased the self-esteem of all girls and boys of color, as well as increasing the self-esteem of young white boys. Now, these harmful misinterpretations are byproducts of having one dominant culture, specifically American culture. These harmful misinterpretations can be avoided through constant contact and exposure to other cultures, which reduces stereotyping, which is not encouraged by American cultural hegemony. Now, to conclude, so the dominance of American culture has led to both an American lens being placed on the world, only telling American stories, and it undermines the rich cultures of the countries themselves. Thank you. Oh, sorry, wait, sorry. I hope you'll join me in concluding that American cultural hegemony has done more harm than